a world fueled by caffeine and deadlines, snooze buttons are our lullaby. But what if the cost of those extra minutes is far greater than we realize?
Hi, we are Team SleepSavers. The issue we are focusing on is the harmful effects of lack of sleep, which is leading to several health issues in addition to an effect on our daily lives. My name is Kavya and I sleep 9 hours a day.
Hi, my name is Devdutt and I sleep 6 hours a day.
Hi, I'm Nenika and I sleep 8 hours a day.
Hi, my name is Angal and I sleep roughly 5 hours a day. Wow, such diversity in such a small group. Every day when we go to school, one of the most common topical conversations that I have is, oh, I barely slept last night. I wish I could press snooze in real life. So we got curious to know if lack of sleep really impacts us.
So we began researching the global relevance of this topic and brainstorming the exact issue we want to tackle.
Here is an insight into our process and preliminary research. Through our online research and various discussions, we realized that sleep deprivation, a common issue, affects our daily lives and many others in various ways by resulting in many mental and physical health problems. To collate our research, we formed a research document which we went about editing throughout the project.
Before picking this topic, we delved into preliminary research, where we explored the extent of this issue across all age groups and found that it was a recurring problem. Thus, we agreed that this is a topic that must be explored holistically.
Subsequently, we initiated a preliminary survey featuring diverse questions to assess individuals' awareness of the consequences of insufficient sleep, their sleep duration, and the reasons for inadequate rest. This helped us establish an initial understanding of the subject, providing us insights into the prevalent habits that contribute to sleep-related issues.
So for our pre-survey, we received 124 responses through a variety of age groups and genders. Most people said that they sleep 6 to 7 hours a day and recognize that they don't think this is enough sleep. This is because they have electronic devices that they're using, they're late night studying, or they have a lot of stress and anxiety, etc. Most people said that they think 7 to 8 hours of sleep is necessary, which is a good average for teenagers and adults to sleep. Most people said that lack of sleep does impact their ability to do daily tasks, which is why a lot of them rated sleep of a 5 on the importance scale. To ensure our work was credible and to learn more, we decided to gather the opinions of experts on the matter. First, we interviewed Dr. Shraddha Shah, a consulting neuropsychologist who works at a prestigious hospital in Mumbai, HN Reliance. She helped us gain a deeper understanding about circadian rhythms and the hormone melatonin in the body.
So, the circadian rhythm is basically your body's internal clock, which is in line with the sun. So, it is a 24-hour cycle, and associated with the circadian rhythm are certain hormones that get produced at a certain time. And so, for example, cortisol is a hormone that wakes us up, and that is produced right around dawn at its peak, which helps wake us up when we have to wake up. Melatonin is the hormone that starts getting produced in the body, in the brain, to start inducing sleep. So in that sense, all of this is happening in line with the sun.
Interesting.
Okay.
Furthermore, sleep analyst and sleeping disorder specialist Dr. Nimisha provided us with insights on 3 different stages of sleep.
So as we from birth until we age, our brain is constantly developing and changing. So initially, when we were born, our sleep patterns are very different, and that's because the way the brain functions and the brain develops. So you have different phases of sleep. You have, in broadly speaking, you have three phases of sleep. One is wake, one is non-REM. REM is rapid eye movement, and one is the rapid eye movement, REM sleep. So wake is the transition when you're awake and you're just falling asleep. The non-rapid eye movement, or the REM sleep, is the restorative sleep, where the body rests and relaxes and rejuvenates, and the REM sleep is the dream sleep, and that's when the body tends to consolidate memories. So it's very important for the brain to get enough REM sleep. So when we are born, you have more REM sleep, and as age goes by, you have more non-REM sleep, and that's because as we grow older, the brain is developing, the brain is processing more information than what we would do when we were born, and hence the brain needs to rest, and hence we have more non-REM or restorative sleep to help us to function through the day.
Miss Vasundhara, who's a school counselor at DAIS and a certified therapist, she provided us insight into her observations of mental health effects of poor sleep schedule in school students and teachers.
Absolutely, right? So one is that if you are lacking in sleep, especially as a teenager, as a young person or as an adolescent, you are also going through your own natural sort of like changes in life, right? So what happens is it just makes you a little bit on edge. So the way in which you retrieve information for a test, for example, or the way in which you respond to a stressful situation is going to be impacted. So suppose you haven't had much sleep and you're playing a football game, that if you don't manage to hit that goal, you will feel bad about it, right? Or if you just were not able to remember, you have blanking out, or some of these sort of like, a lot of times you can manage, right? And there's this what we call like sleep deficit which you make up on the weekend. But studies now say, it used to be like, okay, catch up on your sleep on the weekend, but now studies show that sleep deprivation over time has a lot of effects. So the mental health part is that if you're struggling with mental health, then sleep being deprived has a huge impact on the way in which you cope with stress, right? So that's one part of it.
To further expand our knowledge and to ensure our research is accurate, we interviewed students and adults from across Mumbai, understanding challenges faced by teenagers, working professionals, and parents. Each interview contributed some important facts to our research and provided us with invaluable insights.
How many hours of sleep do you get daily?
Daily, I would say I get about 5 to 6 hours, typically 5.5 hours of sleep.
I would say on average right now I sleep for 4 hours a day. I sleep for 4 hours a day.
I sleep for 5.
If I'm lucky, 6 hours.
मैं 4 से 5 घंटे सो जाती हूँ.
Now, why do you think you sleep less?
Because a lot of time in the night, if I wake up in the middle of my sleep, I cannot sleep for another half an hour or so.
Because of academics, like we have a lot of homework as well as studies to do and exam preparation. So because of that, and when you have to balance your co-curriculars also, you have to sleep less.
Hi Rachit, how many hours do you sleep at night?
I sleep from around 8 to 10 hours. That's my average.
And do you think that's enough?
I mean, yeah, because like I think I manage myself very well, because on a day where I'm like, for example, sometimes when I'm studying, then I sleep for like maybe 6 hours. And sometimes when I'm playing video games, I sleep for less. So then the next day I'll try to sleep for 12 hours. But I think that average of 8 to 10 hours is a very good average. It helps you perform well in everything.
I miss the Nishta. How many hours do you sleep at night?
Generally 6 to 6.5 hours.
And how do you think this impacts you as a working adult?
It does to a large extent, because if I'm not well slept, I'm not well rested, and that impacts the next day, my next morning. Generally it also impacts my thinking, and when I'm in class, I'm more distracted easily. So ultimately there are occasional mood swings also if I'm not well rested. So it does impact as an athlete.
Great. Through these interviews, we were able to identify that age and gender plays a crucial role in determining the different effects lack of sleep has on the body, and also the different reasons why individuals are sleeping less.
Teenagers battle hormones, adults deal with work and family pressure, and women deal with caregiving challenges. To explore this perspective, we looked into teenagers aged 13 to 19 and working adults aged 25 to 30. We learned about many different impacts across these two age groups.
By the end of the day, you start to feel a bit lethargic and out of energy. And it's not a very good feeling. So ideally, I would love to sleep more, but not getting time because of profession, family commitments?
One, it has a major effect on one's gut health. Throughout the day, you feel irritated, you feel bloated, and maybe you also are not in the space where you can think clearly. So I think yes, sleep has a domino effect on one's health and the way they conduct themselves throughout the day.
In terms of gender, we found out that men and women sleep different amounts due to a variety of reasons, including hormones, social responsibilities, etc. In terms of effects, Dr. Nimish Shah informed us that currently investigations and research regarding the sleep needs of various genders is ongoing and thus relatively recent. Although there is currently information available on the physical and mental effects of sleep deprivation in women, it's crucial to acknowledge that, due to the novelty of this research, the consequences may not be entirely precise. Do different genders require different amounts of sleep?
So, not really. I think men and women by far would require pretty much the same amount of sleep time. Traditionally, our women in the older days, especially the homemakers, would get less sleep because of their responsibilities at home. Possibly, there's some literature which may be coming out saying that women may require a little bit more sleep, but that again depends on age. If they are sort of postmenopausal, they may probably require a little bit more sleep simply because of the way the body is changing, the hormonal imbalance is happening. But in general, I think men and women require pretty much a similar amount of sleep.
To ensure that we spread awareness on the growing issue so that individuals can function at maximum efficiency and avoid risks associated with lack of sleep, we decided to conduct sessions with over 50 students in school through our PSHE or Personal Social and Health Education class. This allowed us to reach students our age and help our friends tackle this issue themselves. Additionally, we conducted awareness sessions in buildings in which around 30 people visited, and also conducted an online Zoom awareness session with another 30 people who we couldn't reach physically.
Additionally, we put up over 20 posters across buildings in our vicinity to spread awareness in our communities as well. We created an Instagram account in which we've gained 113 followers and have made 10 posts so far to create awareness through a social media platform. We have also created a live website in which we are displaying information about sleep. It is like a portal in which we are displaying what we've learned so far so that those who visit our website can be educated on the importance of sleeping enough.
It was extremely gratifying to find out that roughly 70% of participants have made a conscious effort to sleep more after our sessions. Overall, we observed that people had become more aware of the many harmful effects, understood the amount they need to sleep, and became informed on the variations of these effects between ages and genders.
Document our journey to track our progress. We did this by progress reports, a research document, a planning document, a key takeaway document, where we recorded key takeaways from each of our endeavors, and a reflection document, where we added pictures of all our reflective notes from our sessions.
Overall, the project has been a very insightful and enriching experience. Originally, even we were targets of poor sleep schedules and were majorly impacted by it. However, by researching and exploring the various cultural perspectives, interacting with experts and others, we were able to learn so much about it and have made various efforts to sleep properly ourselves.
We were extremely pleased to see the number of responses to our forms. It was exciting to know that the work we were doing has impacted over 200 people. Furthermore, our Instagram, website, and posters continue to raise awareness even after the completion of our project.
The project really helped us work efficiently as we learned to communicate well and collaborate to produce an impactful project. During the course of our project, we tried a variety of methods in order to reach the maximum amount of people and were constantly navigating new ways to spread awareness. In the end, not only did we learn a lot about sleep, but also about adaptability and problem solving as a team.
Thank you, SleepSavers.